Hello everybody and welcome to Haus. I'm Rob, and today we are going to be taking a look at the Lumiose City map. Something that is going to be obviously very important for us in Pokemon Legends ZA, as we have finally gotten a look at what we're going to be doing in this game. So I hope you guys are excited to be joining me today, and I hope that you'll also consider giving this video a like if you end up enjoying it, and subscribing if you enjoy Pokemon content, as myself and Connor will be putting out Pokemon content on a nearly daily basis, especially as we kind of break down everything that we've seen and digest what we're looking at from the Pokemon Legends ZA trailers. Now, we did a little bit of a deep dive ourselves already on the channel, so you can go and watch that. That's like an hour long. I wanted to kind of do maybe a little bit of a shorter one, but a look into this map, because I think that there's a lot of little hidden gems on here. Gems, I should say, not even gyms. I don't think, at least. And so I do want to kind of talk through what we are looking at here, because I think there's a lot. So we're going to start on the main website here. You guys can let me know in the comment section below what I missed, because I know I'm going to miss things, guys. There are so many things in this that I'm going to miss. It's a natural thing that happens, but I'm going to try my best to get through all the different areas and kind of explain what I'm seeing. So yeah, let's hop into this here right away from the main website. The story is set in Lumiose City, where an urban redevelopment plan is underway to shape the city into a place that belongs to both people and Pokemon. Compared to Lumiose City as it appeared in the Pokemon X and Y games released in 2013, more greenery now adorns the city, along with facilities with a cutting-edge feel. In Lumiose City, space is frequented by people such as shopping arcades, cafes, and restaurants coexist with more natural areas such as waterfronts and verdant parks. At the center of Lumiose stands Prism Tower, the very symbol of the city. So, look, this is interesting because it already feels like there's been a lot of development that has happened in Lumiose City, but apparently there's more to be done. So I'm intrigued by that, to say the least. I'm also going to go on record as saying that I don't think this is the whole part of the game. And what I mean by that is, I know if you watch the trailers already, we can go on the buildings. We'll talk about that. But this is supposed to be based on France, and they have the catacombs. And I think they are saving that for later. I don't think they wanted to show that yet, because I believe there's going to be 3 layers to this game. I'll be honest, hopefully you guys can see my mouse, but I think there's going to be, the upper layer, right, where we'll be on most, if not all, the buildings, I would assume. Then we'll have the main layer, where you're walking on the streets, going through everything. And then I think there will be a sub-layer with sewers and different things like that, because I can see already some areas where there may be sewers for us to go into, and we even see it in the trailers. So, yeah, this map is beautiful, and there's so much greenery and a lot of things to discuss. I'm going to stay here, and then I'm going to go to a map that I've seen on Reddit that I think actually, somebody took the time to kind of point out where all the buildings are. And then we'll kind of look even deeper into this. So what I like is already you can see that it's been split up into kind of the 5 sections, right? During the trailer, there's a very small portion where you walk into the wild area for the first time, and there's like a piece of the puzzle pie, or a piece of the pie, not puzzle pie, but the pie, right? And it shows that, hey, you're walking into this area, right? And it shows that the city is kind of split up into 5 different sections. So, you've got, we'll call this section 1 down here, section 2, section 3-ish, maybe like right here, section 4, and then section 5. You can see it's split up by, most of the time, at least by these roads, right, that we know go to the different routes. If you remember, there's also kind of a canal, little river area over here as well. So I did want to point that out. You can see it as well by the building colors, right? So maybe that's even better. So you got the green here, the blues. So 1, 2, 3 with the orangish, reddish color. The pink is 4, and then these multicolored buildings, which is the 5th space. So definitely something that is interesting, worth pointing out. You can see like there are major buildings and stuff that will be in each of these areas. Then you have the center area, and you have the plazas that have all been redone. So really cool when we take a look at that. But like I said, this is from Who is this? Puzzle-headed low 4859. They made some small mistakes, as people have pointed out, but that's okay. This is generally, I think, a good little map for us to use. And then, obviously, they've got the beautiful little scenery here on the outsides as well. So, hopefully, you guys love that. But let's kind of dive in here. So, oh, no, wrong button. Okay, let's go down here, and we'll start over here, because I think this is kind of going to be where you start. I think that this is the train station. This individual who made this says that it's up here. That is a possibility as well. But I think that this is it, because the main first area, right, that you walk into, the wilds area, I think is like right here-ish, somewhere down in here. And also Professor Sycamore's lab is down here. So this is a gate to a route. I don't know if this is Route 4. Somebody said that that was wrong in the comments when I looked just before this, but that is worth noting, right? In this green area, you can see a lot of different stuff that is going on. You have one of the little battling areas in, you know, actually a couple of them, it looks like here. You got some bridges, gazebos. Looks like the taxis system may be back, or maybe that's just parking in general. But you've got all of that over here. You've got Vert Plaza, the first one here. What is interesting is that Badu, I don't remember Badu like opening up into this red and blue. Let me check on that real quick, because that could be something worth noting. It does. Okay. The only reason I didn't know for sure is because in the Legends ZA trailer, the little dash has this kind of same red and blue. And I guess that's for the flowers, obviously, for Roselia and Roserade. So, yeah. Okay, you can ignore me on that, but you've got, you know, the different Pokemon here. Fletchling, Fletchinder, Tyranitar beating up behind this on a Magikarp, which is funny. And a trainer running and doing their, you know, training as we talk about. But you can see as well some of these areas that we are going to be able to run through, right? You can see the routes kind of on the top here. You know, it looks like this might be that plaza that you can find with the statue of the Florges, maybe, potentially, right? But this first area, there's not a lot going on. You just got the Vert Plaza. I believe that this is the train station, but it really could be up here. I don't know, because it kind of puts you like in front of a fountain, but I don't really see that. But what's important here is Sycamore's lab. Professor Sycamore's lab does return, right? And it's one of the nondescript buildings, something that actually has something going on it. And I think that that's really worth pointing out, because in this game, I think Sycamore is going to be important. Right now, people are saying that our main character, the one that we're playing as, is a niece or nephew or related to Professor Sycamore in some way. It was very interesting to me that he was not shown in the trailers. So his lab is still there, right? This is very clearly that. So I'm very interested to see, is there going to be a big storyline that kind of goes along with this? And I think that there will be. I really think they didn't show us necessarily all that much, which is great. They just, you know, made just some references to some things. So this is great. This first area, like I said, I think you'll be able to catch a lot of different Pokemon. I think between the Vert Plaza, which we can see, like even the Patrat here in this image, it's a very early game Pokemon. We know that the Spupas, the Fletchinders, and the Fletchlings that are going to be in this area, very early game Pokemon in Gen 6. So really cool design around here. And yeah, for the most part, right, this is a very green area. I'm going to call this Section 1. I really do believe that this is going to be the first section that we have. Then we head over here to the Blue Plaza. Oh, how, you know, convenient. You know, this is the blue area, so it makes sense. This is the gate to Route 5, which is interesting. You can see the Furfrou with the person eating, so we've got cafes. You've got another little park area here, which is interesting. Some more battling areas. And then this is the very spot that I wanted to talk about the most. I hope you guys can see. Maybe I'll zoom in just a little bit more here. Sorry, I'm checking on my screen here to make sure. But this is the first area right here where I believe that we are going to be getting a look at. You know what? One second. I'm just going to bring this up. I'm going to mark on this so that hopefully you guys can see it a little bit better. So this little area right here, I believe personally that that area is going to be where we can start heading into the sewers / potential catacombs. And I understand that, like, you know, maybe that's not likely. Like, you can even see, like, there's this little area down here as well where you can kind of go in and out between the water. But I think that, you know, this one clearly just goes underground. I don't see an exit path for this one. So this is truly the sewers. And I think that they put this in there because, you know, there's got to be more space for us to go, right? This city is going to be huge. I have no doubt about that. But I think for us to be able to catch certain Pokemon and them having, you know, little Trubbish right here. I know that they mostly showed Trubbish with the actual trash, but there will be Pokemon down in here for sure, right, that I think are going to be able to be caught. I think there will be something going on with the catacombs under the city, without a doubt. Again, look at Blue Plaza here, which is not great because that does get covered up. So give me just a second. I'm going to move us back over to this image. Oh, can I not zoom in on it? Okay, let me zoom. Oh, how do I zoom in? Why is it not letting me? Okay, one second. Let's do this in a new tab. There we go. Okay, so not as crisp or clear, but you can see, you know, generally what's happening here. A lot of these are getting turned into like water areas. So very interesting little like pondish area over here. I'm actually pretty sure that we saw this in the trailer, to be honest with you. Again, though, you can see the very, you know, obvious areas where you're going to be able to run around here at the top, right? You can see people sitting. Different Pokemon will be in this area. I think that we get a look near the end of this. I want to say it's going to be like with the Zygarde form, I think is maybe even on this building. Again, I got to move to the marker here, but I think it's going to be like over in this building around here that's looking up towards there at the Prism Tower. So something that I thought I noticed, but again, could be wrong on that one, but that's kind of the angle that I think we were looking at here. Continuing on, you know, they're going to say that this is the Z Hotel. I'm not convinced just because of what's surrounding it. I don't know where the Z Hotel is going to be. I actually think it may be more likely, to be honest with you, and I'm just noticing something else that I'm going to point out here in just a second. I think it's going to be somewhere in this first area here, because that's supposed to be, like, the Z Hotel is where you're supposed to be kind of, you know, starting the game off, right? That's where you meet your rival. That's where you meet AZ, all that kind of stuff. So I could see it maybe being somewhere like in here-ish, maybe even in here, somewhere around there, right? Because it's an overgrown, kind of forgotten about area that's maybe inside somewhere in this earlier spot. One thing I am going to say that I found is right here. You can see it. The little arrows. So this is, you know, where you're going to get up and down from, right? I don't know how many more of those we can even find. There are I'm sure a few in this area, in these areas, but I can't see any more at the moment. So we will have to just kind of see where that goes, but that's okay. We move on though, because this blue area I think is good. You know, it's fine again for the Z Hotel to be there. I don't know if that'll be it, but it's possible. We've got another new little area over here as well for battling as we head into the second area or third area. Lysander Cafe is expected to be over here, which is interesting. I'm wondering how that's going to work in this game, to be completely honest with you. I am intrigued, to say the least. We got the Quasartino Inc. building there, which is obviously new to the game. Really intrigued to see, because they're doing all the work around here, right? So how is that going to work out? You've got a little amphitheater. I'll switch back here. You got a little amphitheater down like right here in that area there. I also like, you know, these like more, you know, Japanese styled decorations is what I'll call them right here. I do wonder how they're going to handle these gates, by the way. Obviously, they used to head out this way so that we could go, you know, to the new routes and to the new towns and everything. So I'm intrigued to see how they're going to do that. But these gates down here, these gates down here are interesting to me in just the sense that, you know, they're adding that new kind of architecture. What's going to be there? How are we going to be able to, I guess, interact in a sense with that? So you've got that, and then the Magenta Plaza not much really new over there. This is one of the plazas that looked like it stayed kind of similar to what it was in the old game. So I'm really intrigued as to what they're going to do with this one specifically. Yeah, they point out that this building looks different. If you go to the main map again over here, you can kind of see that this is definitely standing out. What it is exactly, I don't know. I also think that this building is pretty significant as we kind of make our way over this way. Sorry, I'll get rid of the marker here. But this looks like it's going to be a pretty big area. The red one is pretty solid, but this pink area looks like it'll be interesting as well, because there's just not as much that's seen there. And we know everything's going to have some sort of importance. You've got your gate out here. The museum, I think, will probably be updated. I saw this on Reddit too, and I completely agree that this area is going to be updated. What it's going to have in it, I don't know. But I think that they'll have some of the stuff from the new games, because there are some newer Pokemon that I believe will be in this game. At least, I should say I hope so. But then we head over to, yeah, again, this is interesting. I really want to maybe look at that a little bit more seriously. I don't know. Maybe that's the shopping center, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. That might be that little shopping center that we see where, you get all your clothes and everything. So, actually, that would make sense. So, I think that's probably what it is, to be honest with you. I would venture to bet that that's where it is. But why would that be later potentially in the game, right? Or is it going to be that all of these areas are open to us? It's just that maybe, maybe we just aren't necessarily able to go into the certain battle areas. I don't know, because with Legends ZA, right, they kind of held us off from being able to go to certain parts of the map at different points. So I don't know. This is going to be interesting, or maybe it's that you can do this inner circle first and then you kind of work your way out. That could happen too. I could see that happening. That would be interesting. I'm trying to see if there's anything else. I mean, then you got the Hotel Rishisme over here, which I think will be interesting because, we've got already the Z Hotel and this. So this is the fancier one, the newer looking one, right? I wonder what all will be in there. I mean, obviously, this is standing out for a reason. It's not only one of the biggest buildings here, right? But it is, how would I put this? It is clearly very significant. I don't know if it's going to stand out as much as the Quarcertino Inc. building, but it is going to do something. So I'm intrigued. What's going to be in this hole? Why is this building over here so different as well? I don't really remember seeing anything for this one either. So I'm intrigued, to say the least. But let's head to the last area. All right, so you got the Lumiose station is where they're saying. I don't know if that's the case. This kind of actually looks a little bit like Sycamore's lab as well. I don't know if maybe that's going to be a little different in that way, right? I could totally see this being maybe not a second lab, but another. I don't know. I'm tempted to say that this isn't Lumiose station. I will say that. I really am tempted to say that this isn't Lumiose station. I think it's going to be, down here. But we'll see. It could make sense. There's a lot of beautiful area around here. I don't really remember looking too far in the background with the starters and seeing them. But we've got another canal system here, right? So more potential area to the underground down in this area, right? I'm assuming you'll have ride Pokemon, so you'll be able to, kind of go around in this water, I would assume, and go into the sewer system or something. There's got to be a third layer. I just can't imagine that there's not. You've got the Jaun Plaza here, which is, again, another plaza that I don't think it's really updated too much. I wonder what this area is back here. I don't really remember this in X and Y, but you got a little maze. Maybe I do kind of remember a maze, but you got a gazebo, a maze over here. So maybe that'll be something that you can get maybe later in the game with some interesting Pokemon. Again, a lot of this stuff up on the top of these buildings. Fantastic in my mind. And I didn't really see any other areas where you can kind of go up anything. So I don't know. Maybe I missed that. But you guys can let me know if there's something that I did miss in this. I tried my best to use my eyes right? to find things. I'm trying not to just cheat and use other people's stuff, too much. I appreciated this person kind of gave us, and then Trevor's house here. I guess we didn't really talk about that. I don't know. I have no idea what that building is. Again, just a terrible image here for some reason. I don't know. Have to zoom in and out of it. But this building with the Pidgey and the Fletchling on top of it, I think there's a lot of things that could be. There could be like some new battle area. I don't really know, but I am hopeful that it's more than just Trevor's house, because that would be a little disappointing. Lastly, we've got the Prism Tower here, and I think that this is going to be a pretty significant little area. I think there will be a lot going on inside here. We obviously know that there's a gym in here and the main games. There aren't going to probably be gyms in this. So what are they going to do with the inside of Prism Tower now? Right? Is it going to be like a new battle arena area? They're trying to get people in Pokemon to live together. Are there going to be problems with people who battle, right? Maybe similar to what we saw with Black and White. I don't know. I still even think there's a small chance that we could see N in this game. Not trying to get hopes up too high, but a small chance that could happen. So, what is Prism Tower going to be? You've got the part at the end of the trailer as well that shows the Pokeball on top of it. Like, is it really that you just kind of build your way up to the top here? I don't know. I really don't. Obviously, none of us know yet, but I could see that being the case. And obviously, they've got, if they're redeveloping this, making sure that the Prism Tower is in good condition is going to be important, and it is the tallest building, obviously, besides the Quasartino Inc. building and the Hotel Rishime. So, I don't know. I mean, how much of this is going to change as well throughout the game is going to be interesting. This is at least the map it looks like at the start, right? And I really do believe that we're going to be getting some sort of sewer area, some sort of area underground. I don't know where we're going to get in there initially. I think that maybe some of these areas, like I pointed out earlier, could definitely be part of it. You've got another little battle area here. Connor in our video talked about there being a school somewhere around here as well. Maybe this is it over here. Maybe it's even this building, but that'd be a pretty big school, right? So we really don't have a lot of answers to this building right now, as well, from what I've seen. So, yeah, guys, I mean, that's going to do it for us. I tried to walk you through as much of this as I could. Again, I know that I've missed some stuff, so let me know what you guys think. What are these buildings? What are some things that you're hoping to see in this game? But I really appreciate any love and support that you guys are able to give with likes and subscribes, all that. It means a lot. But that is going to wrap it up for us on this House Pokemon, I guess we'll call it Lumiose City map analysis, video. That's what we'll call it. So yeah, we'll call it that, and we'll end it here. So from our house to yours, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.